Hello one and all, welcome to TG video entry number 2. In this video, we are going to take the derivatives of trig functions. Knowing the derivatives of these trig functions is extremely important if you are taking a math class such as calculus. So here, I am going to explain them to you, so make sure you stick around until the end of the video. So we're going to hop straight into it. So first, we're going to take the derivative of sine x. We can find the derivative of this function by using limits or the formal definition of a derivative, but here in this video, we're just going to hop straight to the results. The derivative of sine x is cosine x. This is a pretty simple derivative that you should be able to remember, so we're going to hop to the next one. What about the derivative of cosine x? The derivative of cosine x is negative sine x. Now, what do we notice about this derivative? We can see that there is a negative sign behind the sine x. So whenever you are taking the derivative of cosine x, make sure you are aware of the negative sign that goes before sine x. What about the derivative of tangent x? What is the derivative of this function? If you said or got secant squared x, then you are correct. Let's move on to the derivatives of the last three trig functions. The derivative of secant x is secant x times tangent x. The derivative of cosecant x, just like cosine, the derivative of this function has a negative sign, which is negative cosecant x times cotangent x. Last but not least, the derivative of cotangent x is simply negative cosecant squared x. These are all of the trig derivatives you need to know, so make sure you try your best to memorize these going forward. Why don't we work through an example here? So we want to find the derivative of 5 sine x plus 7 tangent x, and we could do this by taking the derivative of the function term by term. So first, we will want to take the derivative of 5 sine x. Now we can take 5 out and take the derivative of sine x individually. And doing this, we would have 5 times the derivative of sine x. If you can recall from earlier, it would be cosine x. Multiplying these two terms together, that would get us 5 cosine x. So we found the derivative of the first term. Now we want to find the derivative of the second term, 7 tangent x. We could take 7 out and take the derivative of tangent x separately. And then we could write out 7 times the derivative of tangent x, which is secant squared x. Multiplying these two terms together, that would get us 7 secant squared x. Now that we found the derivatives of the first and second terms, we could write them out. So, writing out the derivative of the first term, it would be 5 cosine x plus the derivative of the second term, which is 7 secant squared x. And this would be our final answer. Let's work through another example. So we want to find the derivative of negative 9 cotangent x plus 2 cosecant x. Feel free to pause the video and attempt this yourself. So we want to take the derivative of the first term, negative 9 cotangent x. We can drag out the negative 9 and take the derivative of cotangent x separately. And then we could write out negative 9 times the derivative of cotangent x, which is negative cosecant squared x. Now we are multiplying two negative values, so this would get us a positive, which is 9 cosecant squared x. Now we could take the derivative of the second term, 2 cosecant x. Like the first term, we could take 2 out and then take the derivative of cosecant x separately. And then we could write out 2 times the derivative of cosecant x, which, if you can recall from earlier, is negative cosecant x times cotangent x. Multiplying these two values together would get us negative 2 cosecant x times cotangent x. Now we can put the first and second terms derivatives together. So that would be 9 cosecant squared x minus 2 cosecant x times cotangent x. And this will be our final answer right here. Let's do one last example. Feel free to pause the video and attempt this yourself. So we want to find the derivative of 11 cosine x minus 2 secant x, and we need to take the derivative of the first term, which is 11 cosine x. We can drag out the 11, take the derivative of cosine x separately. Then we can multiply the two together, 11 times the derivative of cosine x, which is negative sine x. Multiplying the two together, that would get us negative 11 sine x. Now let's move on to the second term, which is 2 secant x. We could take out the 2 and then write the derivative of secant x separately, of course. Then we will write out 2 times the derivative of secant x, and if you can recall, the derivative of secant x is secant x times tangent x. Multiplying the two together, that would get us 2 secant x times tangent x. Now we can write the derivatives of the first and second terms together. So writing out the derivative of the first term, that would be negative 11 sine x minus the derivative of the second term, which was 2 secant x times tangent x. And this will be our final answer. Okay, that's going to be all for this video. I really hoped you learned something from this and enjoyed it. And if you did, feel free to like, subscribe, and hit that bell. And please let me know in the comment section what you would like to see improved, what other math topics you want to see, and other topics in general. I am new to this, so feedback would be really appreciated. And that is going to be all from me, and I will see you in the next one.